In the early 2000s, Seoul was transforming. Glass towers rose into the sky. Luxury districts expanded. The economy was stabilizing after years of hardship. From the outside, it looked like progress, but in the shadows of that progress, something was growing. Quiet, patient, and filled with resentment. His name was Yoo Young-chul, and he believed society had wronged him. Yoo was born in 1970 into poverty. His childhood was unstable. Financial hardship shaped his early years. He struggled in school. He drifted in and out of low-paying jobs. He developed a deep sense of humiliation. At some point, resentment hardened into ideology. He began to believe that wealthy people were corrupt, that society rewarded the immoral, that the rich deserved punishment. And in his mind, he would become the one to deliver it. In 2003, a wealthy elderly couple in Seoul was found murdered in their home. There were no signs of forced entry. The attack was sudden, deliberate. Police initially believed it was a burglary gone wrong, but it was not random. Yoo had specifically targeted affluent households. He studied neighborhoods. He observed routines. He entered homes under the cover of darkness, and he felt no remorse. Then something changed. After being rejected by a sex worker, Yoo redirected his rage. He began targeting women working in escort services. He lured them to motels under false names. He presented himself as a client. What followed was not impulsive. It was planned. He wore a raincoat not as a disguise, but as protection from blood evidence. That detail would later give him his nickname, the Raincoat Killer. Victims began disappearing, one woman, then another. Some families waited for calls that never came. Police struggled to connect the dots. The crimes occurred in different districts. The victims came from different backgrounds, but the pattern was there. Isolation, controlled environments, premeditation. Yoo kept count, and he reportedly confessed later that he felt satisfaction, not fear. During interrogation, Yoo said something chilling. He claimed that killing wealthy people was an act of social justice. He described sex workers as morally corrupt. In his distorted logic, he was cleansing society. This was not chaos. This was ideology. He saw himself not as a criminal, but as an executioner. In July 2004, one woman survived. She escaped from a motel and alerted police. Yoo was arrested shortly after. At first, he denied everything, but under questioning, he confessed. Not just to a few murders, but to many. Authorities would later confirm at least 20 victims. Some estimates suggest even more. What disturbed investigators most was his composure. He described the killings calmly. He showed no visible regret. In court, he even mocked the families of victims. He once said, "I killed women who shouldn't have been born." The nation was horrified. South Korea had seen violent crime before, but this was different. This was systematic, targeted, ideological. Public trust in safety was shaken. Questions emerged. How had he evaded detection for so long? Were there warning signs? Did economic resentment play a role? Or was this something darker, something uniquely personal? In 2004, Yoo Young-chul was sentenced to death. South Korea has not carried out executions since 1997. He remains on death row. His case changed police protocols. It increased scrutiny of escort agencies. It sparked national conversations about inequality and social anger, but none of that brought the victims back. The Raincoat Killer was not a monster hiding in plain sight. He was a man shaped by resentment, isolation, humiliation, and a belief that violence was justified. His story forces uncomfortable questions. What happens when bitterness becomes identity? When ideology replaces empathy? When someone convinces themselves that murder is morality? There was no dramatic chase, no cinematic ending, just quiet hotel rooms, dark streets, and families left searching for answers. Sometimes serial killers are driven by impulse. sometimes by desire, but sometimes they are driven by hate disguised as righteousness. And that might be the most dangerous motive of all.